And then right here is the entire mechanism for the keys. You press down the key, this goes up, and then doing something in there. I'll show you in a second.
I'm saying it's you gotta let me know. You gotta love me or let me go.
I found this, what was it, like 3-4 days ago at my girlfriend's grandma's house in the cellar. She doesn't need it, she never used it, she can't play it. She gave it to me as a present and I was just fascinated by it. It's like at least 100 years old. She told me her father bought it and he bought it already used. So I'd say it's 100, maybe even 120, 30 years old, which is very fascinating if you think about it. It still plays. It still plays. Every single key still plays. It's a pump organ, so down here are 2 pedals. You have to engage the entire time, one feet down, the other up, and vice versa, to have air in there. There is air streaming through it. You hit the key, it opens like a hole where the air passes through, and that generates the sound. The only problem I figured out so far is like this one right here. I think it's losing air. It doesn't come back up as fast as the other one. So there's maybe a spring or something is going wrong right here. And it's a very small organ, so I think I will just name it Pumpy. That's a good name for it. There's chipped wood. There's a lot of dust and smells old, but I'll try to clean it. I'll try to restore it a little. I won't restore it back to perfection. It's just not worth it. But at least make it playable again. I like the sound. It's kind of a funny sound. And yeah, a tiny, small little pump organ. And I'm very excited to look inside and see what it actually looks like and how it works. It's so interesting. Like you can see the entire mechanism, how it works, the springs in there. Nice. And it doesn't look too bad if you consider the age. So right here, so we press down. And I thought like the air is underneath of it, but it's actually not. It's connected over here. And this one is the one that is slow. I still don't know why. The other one goes fast. You got 2 springs. They both seem to be okay. And then above these springs is this compartment right here. That's probably where the sound is generated. Let's open it up.
I'm saying it's you gotta let me know. You gotta love me or let me go. I'm saying
Okay, we disassembled the top part. This right here is just like the holes where the air comes through. And here on the back side, this part right here is probably to store air. Because if you pump, it opens up, stores air, and there's definitely a leak. Yeah. And the entire top part is right now over here. Next up, trying to disassemble this one right here. With Andy the Gear Guy at Marios. This right here is a bad sign. We got some worms in here eating away the wood. I don't know if they're still alive, but this looks fairly fresh. And then right here is the entire mechanism for the keys. You press down the key, this goes up, and then doing something in there. I'll show you in a second. So this top part right here are just the keys. We can now deattach them. And this right here is underneath of the key. So if you press down a key, you actually press on here, which opens up here 2 little holes underneath. Down here in the bass register, it's just 1 hole. And then below it is actually metal with a little slit. You can see right here for the bass, there is a bigger gap. Up here, less. and the air just streams through these. And the air is like with pressure against it, and the second you open it up, it can stream through and generates the tone by passing right here.
I'm wasting my time, wasting my time, wasting my time, getting lost in the dream.
Huge thanks to my team. It's back, assembled, cleaned a little. The keys aren't shiny white, they're still yellow, brownish. But I mean, again, probably 100+ years. Those are real ivory keys. I'm very sorry for the elephant. I don't appreciate back in the days people doing this. It's not worth it to kill an animal just for some keys. But throwing it away also wouldn't really help in any way. So at least it's being used. Still makes me a little sad. But really, it's like fully playable. All of the keys work, except this one right here. I mean, it works, but it has like, there is a sizzle to it. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you can play it. Even the registers, I think except for 2 are working. So basically, you can add even more air to the higher or lower octave. But then you're losing air, so you have to pump a lot faster. And maybe very quick, like an example to the principle of it. Like a week ago, I found a violin, also Vanessa's grandma, and there was this little metal thing in there. It's for tuning. It says G-D-A-E, like that's what you need for a violin. So also in here, there's just like a little piece of metal with a cutout, and it's like the cutout is cut out at 3 sides and like tilted upwards, and you're blowing against it, and that generates the sound. Same in here, just a little more complex. I love music, I love instruments, so why not having another one in here? The only thing missing here, because we have like the organ, we got nice drums over there, a very old Ludwig set, I think from, what was it? 1978, 79, something like that. It's fully restored, very beautiful, sounds amazing, very loud. And we got some synthesizers upstairs. The A studio is also really nice. Guitars, bass. There's just one piece missing, but it's unfortunately the most expensive. So maybe in a year, 2 or 3, I don't know. But stay tuned, I'll let you know. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if I should like record this and use it on one of my songs, maybe sample it, but it still needs tuning. Like the tuning, I've checked it online really quick, is quite complicated because you have to add or remove material from that metal piece that is sticking out to give it another pitch. And yeah, I would need an expert and probably him tuning it for an hour. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Tomorrow back here in the studio, maybe, hopefully, probably, very likely.